Hello crafties, welcome to another video. My name is Infiniti and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do the Alpine Stitch. So this stitch is a lot easier than it looks. I actually need to turn it around. It's a lot easier than it looks. I would recommend kind of blocking it, because it scrunches in and out. But aside from that, it's a lovely stitch. It's kind of lightweight for the effect that it gives. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so to start off, we are going to make a slip knot on our hook, and you want to chain in increments of 2 plus 1. So I'm going to chain 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, and now that I have my chain of 20, I'm going to add an additional stitch. Okay, and now that we have our foundation row done, we're ready to move on to the first row. And for this first row, we are simply going to be making a single crochet in each stitch along our chain. So we're going to be working in that second chain from our hook. The loop on your hook does not count as a single crochet. So not this guy, but this one. Insert our hook, pull up a loop, pull through 2. And we're just going to work these guys all the way across till we reach the end. Come back here. Okay, so once you get your foundation, well, not your foundation, but once you get that first row of single crochet done, you're going to chain up 2, 1, 2, and turn your work. Now we're going to be working double crochets in each stitch along. We are not going into the base of this chain 2, but the actual first stitch, like so. Work those on along, and I'll meet you back at the end of row 3. Alright, now I reached the end of that row, so I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. And what I'm going to do is create a single crochet in each stitch along. I am working into the base of this chain 1 because that chain 1 does not count as a stitch. And I'm just going to quickly work the single crochet all the way across the row. If you guys are interested in any of my additional or side projects, feel free to check out my Instagram or my Facebook page that I have linked in the description below. Fiverr. Because I always have stuff posting, always working on stuff, whether it be artwork or crochet work, which I guess they're kind of one and the same. When I say work quickly, I do mean work quickly. I have pretty fast crochet speed. And since these are basic stitches, you can kind of zoom through them. If you're unfamiliar with any of these stitches or you're just starting out, I have an all-inclusive guide to starting crochet back on the channel. Alright, and you are going to work into the top of that chain 2 from the previous row. Make sure you have all 20 of your single crochet. So now that we've reached the end of this row, this is row 4, we're going to chain up 2, 1, 2, and we're going to turn our work. Okay, so now we're looking at this row of double crochet that we did, and we're going to skip that chain of 2 from the previous. It does count as a stitch, it does count as our technical first double crochet of the row. But instead of working around this, we're going to work around this second stitch. And we're going to work a front post double crochet. Kind of try to pull the thing up to height. I kind of go halfway just because I don't like how it looks if it's too loose. But you want to have at least be somewhat close to the height of that chain too that you made. Okay, and now we're going to look at this. So we just worked a front post double crochet, so we're not going to work in this stitch that it's covering up, but the next stitch, and we're going to work a regular double crochet in the top of that single crochet. Okay, and now we're going to work a front post double crochet, not in this one next to the first one we made, but we're going to skip one and work into this guy. So yarning over. I also have a tutorial about front post and back post double crochet. You guys should really go back and check it out. Alright, so now again we're not working in that stitch that we're covering up with that front post double crochet, but we're going to work into the next one, and we're going to place a regular double crochet in the top of that single crochet. And basically we're going to repeat this throughout the entire row, but I will do this on camera and just kind of work slow and quietly. Alright, so now for the next row, we are going to chain up 1 and turn our work. And we will be working a single crochet in each stitch along, working into the base to that chain 1. Okay, just putting 1 stitch. Make sure you count 1, 2. Alright, now I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2, and turn my work. And I'm back on the front side of my stitches. So now what I'm going to do is, instead of working a front post double crochet around this guy, I'm just going to look directly up here and make a single crochet in that first actual stitch of the row, not in the base of the chain 3. Okay, and then I'm going to yarn over, and I'm going to look at this guy between these posts and work a front post double crochet around him. Perfect. Now this guy is covering up a stitch, and we're not going to work in him. We're going to go yarn over and work into the next stitch, and then we are going to work a front post double crochet in that little receding stitch between posts. Alright, I'm going to lay this out right here. So that is going to be our repeat of this row for the entire row. I'm going to work this in silence, and you guys can follow along or pause. Alright, and we're going to finish this row by putting 1 double crochet in the top of that last single crochet from the previous row. So basically, the Alpine Stitch is a 2-row repeat of what we just did. So I'm going to work up a couple more rows, and I'll show you guys the finished product. So hang in there. But remember, you start off the next row by chaining 1, turning your work, working into the base of that chain 1, and making 1 single crochet in each stitch along. Alright, and when you reach that end of that row, you're going to chain up 2, turn your work, and you're just going to start working your front post around that receding stitch. So basically each row you're trading off working your front post double crochets in receding stitches. It's the best way I can explain that. Finishing off that row with the double crochet. So I'm going to work another row of this off camera, and I'll meet you guys back when I'm done. Alright guys, so I have completed another row, well I guess technically 2 rows, and I'm fastening off here. I'm going to add to my swatch wall. Actually working on storing stuff on my swatch wall. But anyway, this has been the Alpine Stitch. I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial or found it helpful. If so, leave me a comment down below. Go ahead and leave me a thumbs up. It helps my videos to remain being seen. Subscribe, ring the little notification bell so you never miss out on weekly content. Let me know what kind of stuff you'd like to see made in the future. If there's any stitches you'd like to see made, or projects, etc. I'm open to ideas. Go ahead and follow me on my various social media. Add me on Ravelry and check out my shop, and consider donating to the coffee page. And until next time guys, happy making.